Hi, I'm Michelle, real estate expert with the Michelle Home Selling Team. I help first-time home buyers and first-time home sellers save time, money, and I help make the process smooth. Here's your December market update for Upland, California. We're looking at last month's finalized numbers since the current month's data is still wrapping up. The data here is specifically for residential single-family homes. Okay, let's take a look. So you can kind of see here that Upland has been on a steady upward trend for the past few years. And what really stands out to me is that even though interest rates have shifted buyer behavior, home values in Upland have continued to appreciate. The average sales price this November is up about 0.9% compared to the same time last year. That's some pretty good equity growth for homeowners. And compared to October, as we see here, October 2025, pricing dipped just a little bit, which tells me the market is cooling into a more seasonal rhythm. It's not crashing. Overall, the long-term trajectory still points up. All right, so let's break down what actually happened last month in November 2025. The average sales price came in at about $863,500, up 0.9 year over year, but slightly lower than October's spike. October, the average sales price was $894,500. Now let's take a look at the list to sale ratio. Okay, so what does this mean? Based on what homeowners are listing their prices for, are they getting exactly what they're asking for? Are they getting more or less, or exactly what they're asking for? So this states here that in the month of November, home sellers are getting a little bit less. When they get exactly what they're asking for, this figure here will be 100%, but it's 98.3. That means that home prices are selling for a little bit less in the month of November than what the sellers are asking for. All right, inventory, months of supply. Inventory is sitting at 2.3 months. Anything under 3 months is still considered a seller-leaning market, but compared to October was 2.6 up and November is 2.3, but compared to October, that supply did tick down, meaning fewer options for buyers going into the holidays. New listings dropped significantly. Look at October right here, October 2025. There were 55 new listings in October. November, 22. And a 56% decrease year over year. That's a really big slowdown in seller activity. All right, pending sales. Let's take a look at pending sales. Pending sales also dropped. Check this out. Look at this big dip. October, 49 pending sales. November, 20 homes went under contract, down 37.5 from last year, showing that buyers are being more selective. But here's something interesting, and let's take a look at closed sales. Closed sales actually jumped 64.3% year over year, which tells us when a home is priced right and shows well, it sells. And lastly, let's take a look at the average days on the market. Days on the market averaged 33 days, almost at the same pace for last year. It ticked down 2.9% year over year. Homes are not sitting forever, but definitely it's not the frenzy we saw in 2021 or early 2022. So what does all of this actually mean if you're thinking about buying or selling in the city of Upland, California? Okay, so for buyers, even though prices are higher year over year, the slower pace and slight dip from October means you have more time to make decisions, to compare homes and negotiate repairs or credits. Pre-approval is still and always will be, always will be your superpower in a low inventory market. For sellers, with few homes coming onto the market, you still have leverage, but strategy is everything. If a home is priced too high right now, buyers are going to pass. If it's priced well, staged, and marketed correctly, you can still close your list price and capture the year-over-year equity growth. Okay, Michelle, so what is your opinion overall? All right, here we go. We are in a more balanced version of a seller's market. It's not a frenzy. It's not a free-for-all. Sellers who list right now still benefit from strong buyer demand and rising values, but the days of name your price and sell in a weekend are behind us. For buyers, this quiet period right here could be a great window before competition picks up again in the spring. Bottom line, if you want to make a move, the right strategy can help you save money or build equity depending on what side you're on. If you found this helpful, hit that like, share it, and subscribe to join our growing community. To my subscribers, as always, you know I'm super grateful. Thank you so much for contributing your support to this channel. I love hearing from you and seeing you here every week. Check out the links below for free resources, current listings in Upland, and find out what your home is worth. Helpful buyer and seller tools, and also schedule a 15-minute call with me. Links are below. I'm Michelle with the Michelle Home Selling Team, here to make understanding real estate simple. Wishing you all an amazing week.